Welcome to K&C's Sales Tech Talk for sales professionals seeking to amplify their results through automation. I'm Kelly Goss.
And I am Carla Rodriguez, and we are CRM and sales automation experts, and we are going to help you demystify complex sales technologies.
So I think the first place that we should start is to discuss why we're actually doing this. So do you want to start, Carla?
Yeah, um, actually, we want to share. I think, this is my opinion, but what I want to do is to share the knowledge that we have accumulated during these years working on sales process automation and CRM's implementation with all these beautiful salespeople that we have met. We particular, I feel like I have to share to the world what we have learned during those years. And I want to help the sales people to get more automated, productive, and do more sales and grow. And you?
Yeah, I completely agree. I think we have a lot of things in common in terms of how the type of businesses that we work with and the kind of things that we do. And I'm really passionate about productivity in general. So to be able to help salespeople and sales teams, sales managers, to really embrace technology, because ultimately technology, as we know, changes really, really fast. And even for us that actually work in this environment, it's quite difficult for us to stay on top of new releases and features and functionality. So because we're already doing that as part of our roles, we want to be able to share that with you so that you can very easily implement a lot of the things that we do on a daily basis. And just really to help everybody with productivity and to sell more, sell faster, sell better.
I'm excited.
Me too. Me too. So I think it would be really good to chat a little bit now about how we actually met, how we kind of got to connect to realize how much we had in common and the passion that we share. So do you want to start, Carla?
Yeah, someone mentioned you in a call that I had with some people about books. And I wanted to get in touch with someone who did wrote a book, and they recommend to talk to Kelly Goss. So I just click on your profile, and we started to chat, and we started talking about what we were doing, and then another meeting came, and another meeting came, and then we began to start doing something together, but we didn't know what actually. And well, here we are.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were looking for opportunities to be able to work together because, in theory, we could have seen each other as competitors because we have very similar ways of working. We're both Pipedrive partners, and we could have seen a negative aspect to it, but really what we found is that we had so much in common in terms of our passions and what we love to do for in our general kind of work roles and the people that we work with. And I think we were really looking for ways to be able to collaborate with each other, which kind of just initially started with being able to refer work to each other. And then we were like, oh, hold on, maybe we could do this YouTube series because, we're two women and we're in this sea of all of these other, male competitors essentially. And in fact, I found out the other day that there are only four Pipedrive partners in the entire world who have a female founder or co-founder, and we're two of those. So, I mean, that just kind of says it because there are lots of Pipedrive partners. We really want to be able to share our knowledge with everybody out there, and we have those commonalities. So I think it's kind of been fun for us to figure out where we're going to go with this. So I guess we should talk a little bit about who we are and explain a little bit about our journey so that you have some insight into us. So Carla, do you want to go first again?
Yeah, I'm a process improvement specialist who started in the corporate world, and then I met a startup in Argentina, and I met this beautiful sales team who need help in their process. So I implement Pipedrive for the first time in 2018, and from there got the referrals to do the same in other startups and so, and that's who I am now. Basically, I am a process improvement specialist who got specialized in the sale, marketing and sales and customer success area.
Awesome.
And you?
And
Tell
yeah,
us
thanks.
about you.
Um, so my background is a little bit different to where I am now. I actually started my career as a microbiologist. So that's what I studied at university. And in 2004, I think it was, I went into working in the manufacturing environment with making pharmaceuticals and medical devices. And although I was kind of in this sciencey environment, that was my original role, I very, very quickly became interested in the actual how the process was happening, how things could be improved in terms of how the product was being made slightly better. I loved working with the people as well to kind of improve these processes. So I learned about all of this kind of continuous improvement, Lean Six Sigma, all of the kind of change control, all of that kind of stuff. And then I left that environment. I actually went into I opened my own business with a friend, which was a veterinary practice just for cats, strangely enough. And that is where I learned how inefficient businesses can actually be. First-hand experience because we were very unproductive. We had all the right software and everything, but we just worked really unproductively. And one of those problems was because nothing that we were using in the business was integrated with each other. Nothing was automated, everything was manual. I was spending the day before, submitting a tax return up until 9 o'clock at night, doing that at the last minute because we didn't have that much time. And when I left that business, I thought, hey, I really enjoy kind of like the system stuff. And, I thought maybe, I don't know what I'm going to do with my life now, but I started actually helping a client with bookkeeping. And in that bookkeeping process, everything was inefficient, and I basically helped them to put together all of these different software tools that help improve the process. I did myself out of a job basically because everything was automated in the end. And then I was like, hey, hold on a second. I really love doing this stuff. This is so cool. I could do this. And that's where I learned about Zapier and kind of just started helping lots of different businesses to automate the way that they do things. So improve the process, put in place the right software, and automate it wherever possible. And that kind of started with the finance side. But I think it was in 2017, I came across Pipedrive because a client was using it. And I was like, hey, this is really cool software. It's so simple in the sales process. It's got all of these, really adaptable ways of doing things. And that's, kind of the history really of where I am now with using Pipedrive. So in summary, my journey has kind of been more about process improvement, automation, system implementation, all of that kind of cool stuff. But I have a super big passion for the sales process. So my company Solver does everything along the customer journey. We help businesses systemize, improve processes and do the automation. But my particular passion is around the sales process. So yeah, that's what I love.
It's interesting how our life can change and how we can
Yeah.
learn on the path and we realize that something is needed in. And I can bet that in your journey, as in mine, it happens the same way. You started doing automation on the finance, then you realize on the sales, and then you have been learning on your way to how to. And actually, I think people right now learn this way as well. So they find they have a lot of inefficiency in their process, and they look to different tools and they learn to do automation by themselves. And well, and basically this is why we are doing these videos, because we want to help them go through and automate, improve their processes.
Yeah, and I think as well, we had to start somewhere. We for us, we have a love of process improvement. That's kind of like the first thing. But with all of these technologies, we've had to start somewhere, and we've had to learn all of these tools to get our knowledge that we have today. So the important thing to remember is that none of this stuff is difficult. You do not need to be a coder or a developer or know any of that kind of complex stuff to be able to make yourself more efficient. You definitely don't. And that's what we're going to be explaining over the next few episodes that we do.
Yeah, the era of low code.
Absolutely love it.
So, what are you going to find here in Key&C? Interviews with clients, software as a service provider, and sales professionals, case studies, and we are going to explore some sales tools and do a lot of analysis. And you're going to learn how to implement those.
And if you have a really cool story about how you are optimizing the way that you work using technology, then we would absolutely love to interview you.
Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.